Sobrang gulo na ngayon ang mid-range category. Ang dami niyang range. Meron lower mid-range, and upper mid-range. Dati it used to be just simpleng mid-range lang. Pero ngayon parang ang dami niyang category. Mid-ranger trying to be flagship killer, mid-ranger trying to be yung pinakamurang mid-range possible. Nakakahilos para sa consumers. So today, we're going to tackle yung top 6 na upper mid-range, yung mga mid-range na medyo a little bit above budget na pwede ko i-recommend sa inyo for this 2025, lalo na sa 11/11 sale. So tama na kwentuhan, pag-usapan natin. Now, itong listahan na ito is in no particular order, pero yung last one, magugulat kayo. Let's start it off with the Honor 400 Pro. Sobra ako napabilib dito sa unit na ito. Si Honor 400 Pro has really stepped up compared sa kanyang mga predecessor. Actually, malaki-laki ang budget na inallocate ni Honor Philippines dito, and they were able to tap Josh Dia for this one. One of the highlight dito sa phone na ito, meron siyang eSIM capability, which is probably one of the pinaka-minimal requirements ng mga mid-range and upper mid-range na hinahanap-hanap natin, just to be in. But they're always pain in using eSIM, which probably we're going to talk about it on a separate video. Now, this phone's being priced at $32,999, pero this coming 11/11 sale, expect na ibabagsak ni Honor ang presyo nito phone na ito. Kaya don't forget to click the link on the description box below or just simply click yung YouTube shopping link na biglang lilitaw dyan sa inyong screen to guarantee you na official and mga legit links na sinasuggest ko sa inyo. Huwag na kayo paligoy-ligoy. Mas mura nga sa kabila ng 1,000 pesos pero na-scam ka nga. Sayang pera mo. Magpapas ko na. Nang sinasabi ko nga dun on my full video is that this phone, sobrang niyang powerful for a global variant na phone with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 powering a upper mid-range phone like this one. Happy ako sobra sa kanyang performance, sa kanyang camera, which is probably one of the highlights ni Honor 400 Pro. Meron siyang main sensor, telephoto lens, and ultra-wide sensor, and 200MP ang kanyang main sensor, by the way. Pwede mong magamit ka ng hardcore studio mode if you're playing with the portrait mode. And I remember kanyang selfie camera is probably one of the best one dito sa range na ito. Pagdating sa charging, di ka rin tinipid ni Honor dito. 6,000 mAh ang kanyang battery size, 100 watts ang kanyang wired charging, and meron pa siyang 50 watts na wireless charging. Pati nga yung design is one of my favorite ones for this lineup. Now, next on my list is a surprise brand na probably madalang ko ibanggit sa aking channel na, well, fair ang kanyang presyo. But since this is a China-owned phone, ang Realme GT7 Pro. Honestly, since Realme 7, parang wala akong nakita matinong presyo sa Realme ng ngayon. Kaya ba, may nakita ba kayo matinong Realme since then? Well, honestly, si Realme Note 50 was good. Pero si 60 medyo nag-jack up na ng price and medyo so-so na siya. Mas exage may mga Realme C series. Naging galawang Oppo bigla, no? Anyways, we're not going to talk about overpriced or not overpriced, pero itong si Realme GT7 Pro was definitely a good device na na-try natin. Having one of the most powerful processor inside, Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite, talagang performer tong phone na ito. Currently priced at 24,000 pesos and it probably can go even lower kung meron kayong mga voucher for this coming 11/11 sale. Kaya don't forget to check yung mga links natin. Well, baka makakuha kayo ng voucher sa akin. IP68, IP69 dust and water resistant, which is probably one of the best na pwede i-offer sa inyo ng protection for itong phone na ito. Meron din siyang Corning Gorilla Glass 7i na scratch resistance. Maganda rin ang kanyang camera which can shoot you up to 8K and 24 FPS. Kompleto rin siya, no? Normal lens, telephoto lens, ultra-wide sensor. Yung nga lang kanyang selfie camera is medyo so-so lang for its price point. 16MP lang kasi siya and 1080p 60 FPS ang kaya niya i-shoot. Pero ito phone na ito is more of gaming ang target niya. Pero nirecommend ko siya dito sa upper mid-range kasi talagang totally a performer for everyday use, pang forma, and pang gaming. Malaki-laki rin ang kanyang battery at 6,500 mAh and mabilis din ang kanyang charging at 120 watts. Yung nga lang, wala siyang wireless charging. Not too much of a deal breaker for me. Now, third on my list is a global roam phone. It's the Vivo V60. Priced at around mga 27,999, which I'm pretty sure na isa-sale naman nila for this coming mega sale for 11/11. Sa list na ito, no, probably siya na pinaka-weakest na processor, Snapdragon 7 Gen 4. Pero more of babawi naman siya pagdating sa photography. Co-engineered with Zeiss, yung mga shots na makukuha mo dito is definitely good and breathtaking. Well, for its price point na. Hindi ko naman sinasabi na kaya naman yung umabot ng flagship level ng mga camera shots. Meron siya main lens, periscope telephoto lens, ultra-wide lens, and can zoom you up to 3 times optical zoom. Like I said, it's Zeiss optics. And sobrang okay din naman ng Fun Touch OS, by the way. Ang ganda front-facing camera is probably one of the best one dito sa range na ito, having a 50 MP na main camera sensor. 6,500 mAh ka ng battery, which can last you for almost 2 days if I can remember sa aking review. Meron din siyang 90 watts na wired charging support and meron din siyang bypass charging support. Yung nga lang, it's still using UFS 2.2, pero for me, it's not too much of a deal breaker kung ang habol mo dito is ang kanyang camera performance. So nangalahati na tayo. So before tayo mag-proceed, ina-encourage ko kayo mag-like, subscribe dito sa aking channel so you don't miss out any good na recommendation dito sa aking channel, which mag-recommend tayo ng mga top na flagship phones, top na gaming phones, top na tablets, which makita mo lang only here on my channel. So painitan ng painitan, nasa number 4 na tayo. We have the Nothing 3A Pro, currently priced at around 27,999, and yeah, we'll probably see quite some price drop this coming 11/11. Now, one of the main key selling point ng Nothing is yung kanang Nothing OS. Sobrang linis, sobrang smooth, and well, probably halos wala naman masyadong bloatwares. And of course, pag Nothing phone, habol mo sa kanyang glyph interface. Now, this one also doesn't have a flagship level na processor, which is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 7S Gen 3. Parang halos pareho lang ng Vivo V60, pero ang habol mo dito is yung kanyang experience and yung kanyang camera performance. Kompleto rin siya pagdating sa mga camera sensor. 50 MP rin ang main camera sensor, periscope telephoto lens, and ultra-wide sensor, which can also zoom you up to 3 times optical zoom. Maganda ang kanyang AMOLED display, and it also has a panda glass na protection up front. One of the things na gustong-gusto ko rin naman sa Nothing is yung kanyang classic look sa kanyang likod, which is definitely a standout, lalo na kung wala kang keys na gamit. And ang kanyang glyph interface is probably one of the things na babalik-balikan ko sa Nothing phone. 5,000 mAh ka ng battery, which is probably one of the smallest dito sa list natin, and 50 watts lang ang kanyang wired charging support. Moving up to number 5 spot, it's the Oneplus Ace 5 Pro. This is a China ROM phone, by the way, and this is by far the cheapest dito sa buong listahan natin at 22,500 pesos, and probably you can get it lower pagdating sa sale with yung mga vouchers na available, kaya don't forget to click the links na pinoprovide natin to probably secure yourself some vouchers from me. One of the cheapest na Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite, ito si OnePlus Ace 5 Pro, IP65 dust and water resistance, crystal shield glass ang meron niya, LTPO AMOLED display, probably the only one dito sa buong listahan natin na may LTPO AMOLED display, which can itself calibrate from 0 to 120 Hz na screen refresh rate para makatipid ka ng battery. Probably one of the phones dito sa list na ito na can play you AAA games like Genshin Impact, Firelight 84, wala kang maging problema dito sa kanya. And pagdating sa kanyang camera performance, well, pretty good and solid din naman siya, except wala siyang ultra-wide sensor. Macro lens ang nilagay na dito instead, kaya nakatipid ka. There are people naman who doesn't need a ultra-wide sensor. Meron siyang 6,100 mAh sa silicon carbon na battery and 100 watts din ang kanyang fast charging. Now, we're down to our final phone, and sinabi ko sa inyo, this might probably blow you away and might surprise you. This one is also one of my favorite dito sa buong listahan na ito, and it's the Xiaomi Redmi K80 Ultra. Bakit nga ba hindi K90 ang sinabi ko? Kasi, well, personally, hindi ko pa siya nakahawakan. And second, you have to hear me out kung bakit ko nilagay ito as one of my favorites dito sa listahan na ito. Dahil one of its key highlights is kanyang price to specs ratio at 24,900 pesos, and you probably might get it lower this coming sale. Sobrang okay ang MediaTek Dimensity 9400 Plus. Pagdating sa gaming, wala kang maging problema dito sa kanya, and I was able to play AAA games dito and was able to handle it properly. And mabilis din naman siya mag-dissipate ng heat. The only downside dito sa kanya is siya lang probably ang walang telephoto lens dahil it has a 50 MP na main camera sensor and a 8K na ultra-wide sensor. Good thing, pwede siya mag-shoot up to 8K and 30 na video. And another kicker dito sa kanya is probably siya lang dito sa listahan na ito na may 144 Hz na screen refresh rate. Now, like I always say sa mga videos ko, there is no perfect na smartphone. Yung tipong lahat na sa kanya na, ang gandang-ganda pa ng presyo. Well, there is always some little compromises na meron sa kanya and wala sa kanya. This phone, ang pinaka-runaway winner sa akin is yung kanyang battery. 7,410 can last you almost 3 days. Sobrang kunat niya, and if I can remember right, nasa 28 hours ang kanyang screen on time, which is for me isa sa pinakamakunat na na-try ko for this 2025. Tapos yung kanyang 120 watts sa charging brick na kasama can give you 100 watts na fast charging support. For me, doon pa lang, wala na masabi. Paldong-paldo na itong phone na ito. Okay guys, ano napusuan nyo dito sa list na ito? Let me know in the comments. And kung meron kayong phones na feel na dapat nasa listahan, well, since ang haba ng listahan ko and binawas-bawas ko na to into 6 phones na pwede ko i-recommend sa inyo. So, talagang personally, hinandpick ko mga to just for you para makapag-decide kayo na maayos this coming 11/11 sale and towards Christmas ng 2025. So, of course guys, ina-encourage ko kayo mag-like and subscribe dito sa aking channel kasi ang dami ko pang mga ibang list na pwede nyo mapanood. Top budget phones and top gaming phones, pati top tablets, ginawa din natin. So, of course, don't forget to share this list sa inyong mga kaibigan na naghanap din na for Christmas shopping. And hanggang dito muna ako. I'll be making other videos and I'll see you on my next one. Peace out. And so, ako para si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up? Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.